when Edgar Martinez hit that ball down the left field line. Was he playing left field then?
I know that Buck really stayed with Deion James a lot. I'm not sure if it was Joe. So 1-2 on Rizzo. Yankees lead by 6, 11-5. Still 1-2. Laced out toward left field. That is a base hit. Cutting over is Frelick. Gets the ball in the corner. Stanton goes to third. Rizzo has himself his third hit of the afternoon. He's been on base all 4 times. Now, we were talking about Gerald Williams in that fight. Check this out. It's unbelievable. First inning. So he gets plunked. He's looking at his wrist. Then looks what time it is. It's time for me to go beat up Pedro, or at least try. I mean, that's a real baseball fight, yeah. The late Tim Wakefield there.
Big G was a tough guy, too.
Infield in. Gleyber Torres fouls it away. One and one on Gleyber Torres. Big RBI single in the 6th inning. And Jack Curry just texted me and said that you were right, that Gerald Williams wasn't left field at the end of that game in Seattle.
Yeah, I can remember the cutoff when Edgar hit it down. Griffey scored from first.
And Gerald did have a great arm. Popped up and out of play.
That might have been the fastest that I've ever seen Ken Griffey Jr. run that time. That was the first ever division series. 95, Yankees Mariners.
What an amazing series. Didn't turn out the way the Yankees wanted. Many people assume that that kind of saved baseball in Seattle, not particularly that play, but making the playoffs in a late run.
Well, the Mariners were talking about going to Tampa. And that was it, because they wouldn't build them a new stadium. And the last 2 months, August and September, that Kingdome, almost a sellout every single time. Probably the loudest. Old Yankee Stadium was the loudest outdoor stadium I've ever played in.
Popped up behind the plate. Contreras makes the play.
The Kingdome was the loudest inside stadium that I've ever played in. I mean, I was sitting in the bullpen. I had to yell to the guy next to me just to get something across to him.
Because there was no escape for the sound.
No. I mean, that's where the 12th man in football, where the Seahawks came about. A lot of false starts in the NFL at the Kingdome because of the fans, because of the noise.
Infield in for Cabrera. And a base hit. Stanton scores. Rizzo will go to third. It's an RBI single for Oswaldo. And it's 12-5 Yankees. Second hit for Cabrera.
Oh, nice at bat. You get that run back that the Brewers scored in the bottom half of the 6th. He gets an off speed, a little cutter inside, and just smokes it with the infield drawn in.
Now you have to wonder how many runs do the Yankees need before we see a position player again, because I did inform Aaron Boone that Oswaldo Cabrera told me that he can pitch and would like to pitch. So Boone said, well, if we come to that situation, maybe I'll use him. Oswaldo also tipped me off on something, Jeff.
Oh, yeah?
He's got a Jeff Nelson delivery for 2 strikes.
Well, they're going to have to score a few more runs before we see that.
Yeah, I don't think Boone's comfortable enough with just 7 runs. Some Yankee fans might want to look away right now.
And there you see Gerald Williams playing way over to left center field, and this is the fastest I've ever seen Griffey run. Turned out okay for me.
How so?
I was on the Mariners.
I know, but then you got traded to the Yankees, and it didn't happen again. Look at you. Got hair then.
I did. I let it grow a little bit. Still can't see the stash. Tim Belcher. Remember Tim Belcher in New York? Didn't like the cameraman too well. I think that was extra innings. That game, I think, went till about 1 in the morning.
Yeah, that was Leyritz.
Yeah.
I just remember getting on the bus with the team, and the Seattle fans were rocking the bus and cursing and screaming.
Really?
Oh my God, it was unbelievable.
Well, they charged the field, and they took the mound up. They were cutting pieces of home plate.
Trevino lofts one to right field. The catch is made by Trujillo. Scoring is Rizzo. Sac fly for Trevino. And it's 13-5 Yanks. Things I will always remember about that game, Jeff. Walking into the Yankee clubhouse, looking into the manager's office, and Buck Showalter with his head on his crossed arms sobbing. And then interviewing George Steinbrenner for MSG after the game. And George saying, we'll make a lot of changes, and we will be back. And he made a lot of changes.
Well, that was because the Yankees were the first wild card. We won the division when I was in Seattle, and you won the division, and you really didn't have home field because the first 2 games started in New York.
Right.
You wound up because it went 5 games.
Volpe pops it up.
But we were down 2-0. We already used Randy Johnson just to get into the playoffs, so the Yankees didn't see Randy until game 3. We figured, okay, we're going to have game 3 because Randy's throwing, and we'll probably still be down 2-1.
Then John Wetland couldn't close game 4, so they didn't want to use him in game 5, and they used Jack McDowell, who wasn't a closer, obviously.
Well, I know some of our hitters, and that's when Mariano Rivera was there, and he was dominant still.
But they didn't know who he was yet.
And they said if he threw more, the Yankees might have advanced to the ALCS.
And if they advance to the ALCS, there might not be Joe Torre.
Right.
Buck Showalter could still be the manager. You never know how
Tino
history
and I
changes.
probably still in Seattle.
You're right. And on the plane ride home, which was the worst plane, it was like a flying funeral. The whole team crying, everybody coming over and saying they were sorry to Mattingly.
Really?
And Mattingly was very content because on the biggest stage, which he'd always want, he hit it over 400. He did great. But they were upset for him more than for themselves. One, two. Fouled away.
I've been in some, playoffs for a number of years. The 0-3 Boone home run against the Red Sox, sending us to the World Series, huge game, and that whole series against the Yankees. I know we won some World Series, but those series, they really stand out. They're some of the most exciting I've ever been a part of.
1-2. Well, I always contend, even with all the World Series that they went to after, games 1 and 2 against Seattle in '95, the loudest the stadium ever was. And the place was shaking when Mattingly hit the home run.
Well, I had fans tell me that the upper deck was just shaking the whole time. I mean, what is it, 56, 57,000?
Yeah, 56. And the great Gary Thorne call. Hold on to the roof. Fouled away as Volpe continues the battle. 3-run home run in the 5th for Volpe. He also walked and scored in the 6th. 1 for 3. The announced attendance for that game, well, in the Kingdom, was 57,000. Line to right field. That is a base hit in front of Trujillo. Cabrera will go to third, and the Yankees keep pounding out hits. That's their 13th of the day.
Well, this is a great sign if you're a Yankee fan. I mean, you look at these last 2 games and some of the guys in this lineup that have been struggling. Last night you had Torres and Rizzo, Stanton. You had Judge come through again. Volpe, Judge. These guys are starting to swing the bat, and that's a great sign going into Baltimore tomorrow.
Well, meeting with Contreras and Junk. Soto's waiting. So Soto 1 for 4, RBI single in the 6th. First and third, 2 men out. Yankees lead by 8, 13-5. One and 0. Big hit here, and we might see Oswaldo Cabrera in the game as a pitcher. Not to be, as it's popped up. Adames puts it away, and that'll do it. But the Yankees scored 2 more runs. They leave 2. And at the end of 6.5, it's time for the 7th inning stretch. Yankees 13 and Milwaukee 5, but we'll stay right here as they honor America in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
West America, led by Bob Kozlowski from Brewers Guest Services.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Gatorade Zero. Zero sugar hydration with all the flavor and electrolytes of Gatorade. Hydration for every athlete, forever.
Messi! You can watch it on all the devices you already own.
Yes!
And you can share it with 5 of your closest friends and family. Start streaming now.
With Spring Black Friday savings at the Home Depot, patio season is all about saving. Whether you're saving a seat, saving some time, or saving room for more, It's easy to spring your way at the Home Depot.
If there's one thing we like, it's choices. Find yours with Ford F-150. Gas, hybrid, or all-electric. Whether it's towing, powering up, or getting from 0 to 60 in 3.8 seconds, what you choose to do with that much power is up to you. Tough this smart can only be called F-150.
Right now, returning lessees can lease a Ford F-150 for just $399 a month for 36 months. Only at your local Ford stores.
Time for your Ford Studio Update. Bob and Jack with you, and for a second straight post-game, Yankees offense will be a focal point.
I said on the pregame that you can't score 15 runs every game. Maybe the Yankees are trying to prove me wrong. They already have 13. We're going to talk about that 7-run 6th inning today, and we're going to talk about it for a while, not only because there's some really important run-scoring hits, but what kept the inning alive and allowed the Yankees to score 7 2-out runs. That Judge play at second base where the ball deflects off his hand.
We'll break it all down on the postgame, guys. See you then.
All right, thank you, Bob and Jack. 13-13-0 for the Yanks. From Milwaukee, 5-8-0. Stroman went 4+. Myers went 5. Volpe, a big day. On his 23rd birthday, Jake Bauers, a 3-run home run against his former team. And the Yankees have scored 34 runs this series. And Michael Tonkin will get another try for the Yankees as he will start the 7th inning.
Yeah, really tough luck the other day pitching in extra innings. The Yankees had a lead in the 10th. Get that placed runner, and then all of a sudden he loses it in 11th. That's a tough way to start your Yankee career.
One and one on Ortiz, who's walked 3 times in this game. Grounded to third. Well, Jeff, how about this? We go to the Wayback Machine. Following Game 5 of the 1995 playoff series, here is a unrecognizable me interviewing George Steinbrenner.
Thank you, Bob and Rick. I am here with George Steinbrenner. And, George, you have to be pretty disappointed about this.
Well, I'm disappointed more for the young players on our team than I am for myself. You know, I've had the pleasure. I know how it feels to win. I know how it feels to lose. I've been in the game a lot of years in a lot of different sports, and this was a truly magnificent series. It really was. And it's a shame that anybody had to lose this series or this game, Michael, but our kids I'm very proud of. They fought. We missed our chances, which is, you know, part of sports, part of competition. We had chances to put this game away, and we just didn't do it. We certainly had chances last night, ahead by 5 runs, and we couldn't hold it. So, you know, give credit where credit's due, but remember our kids, because they battled, and they really did. They put everything they had into it. They're just devastated, and life will be there tomorrow, and you have to go on. Just like when we got wiped clean in 75 by Cincinnati, we went to work the next morning. I'll be at work on next year tomorrow morning, and so will some of my people. So I just hope the fans in New York understand how great this group of young players was.
Well, very prescient words, because that group of young players went on to win 4 world championships in the next 5 years as Trujillo lines out to second base, 2 down.
You had the great big Brady hair going. You know, big afro?
It wasn't an afro, it was just thick. It was
wow.
A lot of hair. A lot of hair. And that was done, if you know the old King Dome,
yeah.
The fans are walking by, and that's all the slamming you in the back on you. It's outside the clubhouse. And the Bob and Rick that I took it from, Bob Page, I think Rick Cerrone was working in the studio. Seems like another life ago. And I know that that's a sore point for Yankee fans, that series, but it kind of gave birth to the run.
Well, it did. There were a lot of changes. Torrey, whole new coaching staff. Tino and I came over.
High pop-up. And Tonkin works a 1-2-3 7th inning. We go to the 8th, not on MSG, but on Yes.
It's $10 Tuesdays at KFC. Every Tuesday, grab 8 pieces of hot, juicy Kentucky Fried Chicken for just $10. Son of a bucket, that's a good deal. Get a taste of $10 Tuesday, only at KFC.
Half of young adults are at risk of hearing damage from loud sounds. So why is this happening? We know not to bake in the sun for hours and to get our eyes checked regularly. We buckle up to save lives. And we know that smoking kills. So do poor diet choices and poor life choices. But why are we so reckless with our hearing? We take hearing for granted. Hearing damage from loud sounds is permanent, but preventable. We take common sense steps for our health every day. Let's make hearing part of it. Wear earplugs. Turn it down. Give your ears a rest. Love your ears. Learn more at hearinghealthfoundation.org. Keep listening.
Horrible migraines, body chills, debilitating pain, dangerously high fever and fatigue that leaves you bedridden. Sound like a bad day? Well, what if it was your whole year, decade, your entire life? For those suffering from chronic Lyme disease, it is. Yeah, Lyme disease. Trust me, you don't know the full story. We are Global Lyme Alliance. We have answers, we have hope, we have help.
Well, you all must be looking forward to this. Tomorrow night on Yes, it's a big American League East showdown as the Yankees head to Baltimore to kick off a 4-game set with the O's. Coverage begins at 6 with the pregame, and take note that the first pitch is scheduled for 6:35. 6:35. Remember, if you get Yes on TV, then you get the Yes app for free. And this is the matchup for Game 1, Clark Schmidt against Grayson Rodriguez. Our coverage begins at 6 on Yes. Junk's still in there. He will face Judge. Judge with a home run. Has 3 ribbies on the day. Also walked.
It was funny. I saw Bob Watson in the beginning of the game when they put him on as a Yankee. He was the one that called me when I was in Juneau, Alaska, after the '95 season, when I got traded, when Tino and I came over to the Yankees.
Now, Paul O'Neill tells the story that he was, kind of crestfallen when he got traded, until he talked to his dad and said, "This is the best thing that could happen to you." Did you think it was good or bad when you got the call?
Tino and I both thought that we were going to come back in Seattle and do it again and maybe get a little bit further.
Right.
I was actually on the Caravan. The Mariners have a wide range of fans. They go everywhere. There's Bob Watson, an outstanding person, outstanding GM. And I went everywhere with them. You go to Idaho and you go to Portland, Oregon, up in Vancouver. And
it's like a winter
Canada,
caravan
everywhere.
meeting fans.
Yeah, you're trying to promote the team. And one of the places was Alaska. And we would go to Fairbanks. Dan Wilson and I, who was a Mariner catcher for a long time, we went to Alaska, and I was in Juneau. I had one more day. I went back to the hotel, and all of a sudden I get a call from Bob Watson and say, "Hey, we just acquired you and Tino." And I mean, you're disappointed for a second because you got traded off a team that just went to the playoffs, but then you realize where you're going. You're like, you're not going to a last place team. You're going to New York. And I loved pitching there as a visitor my first few years in the big leagues in Seattle. So I wasn't disappointed.
Another base hit for Judge. Jeff, he just looks more locked in over the last 2 days. I don't know if something just clicked in, but he seems like he's on time.
When he hit the home, I actually went in the 4th inning yesterday, and it just looks like he's seeing the ball a lot better. It doesn't look like he's guessing up there. I watched his first couple at bats yesterday, and even when he got the base hit in the 4th inning, he looked a little puzzled or a little lost at the plate. Like he kept trying to outthink the hitter, and sometimes you just overthink things. And I think over the last few at bats, he's just relaxing a little bit, not overthinking it. And I think he's a guy that's not going to panic anyway. I mean, everybody's going to say, "Oh, look at the struggles that he's had, in the beginning of the year." I mean, he's a guy that, this happens. It's baseball, and he'll wind up getting it going, and he has over the last 5-6 at bats.
Taylor Trammell pinch runs, and there's a base hit for Alex Verdugo, and Trammell will stop at second. Yankees keep pounding out hit after hit. Their offense has come alive. "15 hits for the Yankees, 13 runs. So here's Stanton. Singled his last time up. He's 1 for 4.
Well, Verdugo's hit. Everybody in this Yankee lineup has gotten a hit today.
Shattered bat. Ball goes one way. Short of the bat goes another.
Be a cheese board now.
Chopped to short. Let's see if they get 2. There's 1 and there's 2. Doubling up Stanton. 6-4-3 as Trammell moves to third. And that'll bring up Rizzo. He's had a great day. 3 for 3 with a walk, 2 doubles and a single. Sitting on 299 career home runs. Has punched the average up to 270. High fly ball, deep right center. That ball is gone. See ya. Home run number 300 for Anthony Rizzo. A 2-run shot, and the Yankees lead 15-5.
Michael, you called it earlier. This is the place if he's going to get number 300. That's number 19 here in Milwaukee against the Brewers.
And they know it's his 300. You can see the reaction is more than just a home run. 161st player in big league history to hit that number 300. Of all the players that have played, just 161.
Congratulations, amazing. And you know, sometimes that last home run, it takes you a while to get.
Gleyber Torres rips one into left center field. Torres is going for 2, and the throw is not in time. An extra base hit for Torres, his second hit of the afternoon.
Gets a first pitch fastball in, and he's saying go, go. And it just gets over the wall. Number 300. Congratulations. Outstanding. That will be an easy ball for him to get right by the Yankee bullpen.
Yep. No trades will have to be made. No bartering. Junk knocks it down and gets Cabrera for the final out. But the Yankees get 2 more runs, and they get it in historic fashion. Home run number 300 for Anthony Rizzo. Congratulations to the Yankee first baseman. Yankees up by 10.
He's here.
Well, fans, after the final out, get highlights, analysis, clubhouse interviews, and hear from Aaron Boone on the manager's report. Plus, a look ahead to the upcoming series of 4-game set with the Orioles. It's all coming up on the W.B. Mason Yankees postgame. Contreras leads off against Tonkin and takes a strike. Changes for the Yankees. Jones is at third. Cabrera moves from third to first. Grisham takes over in center. Trammell takes over in right. Contreras could not hold up. It's 0-2. Swing and a miss. 4 in a row retired by Tonkin. Been quite a journey for Tonkin. Pitch for the Mets, designated for Simon. Pitch for the Twins, designated for Simon. Picked up by the Mets, pitched for them again, designated for Simon, and now here with the Yankees. And this is all in the month of April, March and April. And he told Justin Shackle that he had, an apartment in the city when he made the Mets team, and he gave it up when he was released. So now he's looking for a place to live. 7 big league seasons. Another note on Rizzo. Rizzo's 300th home run. He's the 12th active player in the majors to hit 300 or more home runs. Stanton, Trout, Votto, Goldschmidt, Arenado, Freeman, Machado, base hit, J.D. Martinez, Bryce Harper, Carlos Santana, and Andrew McCutchen. So Rizzo joins that list as Adames picks up a single.
Well, it's an incredible accomplishment. 300 home runs.
There's Jake Bauers. Fly ball into left center. On the run is Verdugo. He can't get it, and it bounces over the wall for a double.
Well, it was just a fastball, or actually it was a slider away. It caught too much of the plate. It hits the warning track, bounces into the Brewers bullpen. There you see just over the head of Verdugo.
Well, Oliver Dunn is pinch hitting for Sanchez, and you hope that Sanchez is okay after he got hit with a pitch his last time up. So he does not take this at bat against Tonkin. I think you and Tonkin could see eye to eye in terms of height.
Is he